Now, your WZDX Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman.
So far, it's proving to be a beautiful evening if you've still got to step outside one more time before you head to bed. It's a warm evening across the Tennessee Valley. Temperatures consistently in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Sitting at 64 right now, Huntsville International, Athens, and Decatur both sitting at 61. We've fallen into the upper 50s over in Fort Payne. Scottsboro, good evening. You currently find yourself sitting at 63 degrees. We don't cool off that much as we head into the later part of the overnight. Early into your Thursday morning, I've only got a low right around 59 degrees. We're going to begin to see some rain and even a few thunderstorms move into the Tennessee Valley. Not right now. Pinpoint Vipers looking nice and quiet, and I expect it's going to stay that way maybe for the next 4 to 6 hours. Then things are going to begin to change, and things are going to continue to change and evolve through the later part of Thursday morning, and then especially through Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. That's where we're talking about our next opportunity for severe weather. The entirety of the Tennessee Valley, all of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee, is sitting under a moderate risk for severe weather. This is associated with showers and thunderstorms that are going to move into the Tennessee Valley Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. All modes are going to be possible: heavy rain, large hail, damaging winds, and the threat is there for some tornadoes. We can take those threats and break them down into categories of low, moderate, and high. Our primary concerns this time around are going to be heavy rain, damaging winds, and tornadoes. Heavy rain could lead to flooding, damaging straight line winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, and some of those tornadoes could be long tracked or even violent. So something we're going to want to be incredibly mindful of as we get closer and closer to Thursday afternoon. We're actually talking about two different waves of weather across the Tennessee Valley. Round one begins late Wednesday night, continues into early Thursday morning. Expect some heavy rain, some gusty winds, and maybe some small hail, but we're not talking about any tornadic activity late tonight, early Thursday morning. So certainly some good news there. Round two is the round that we're going to want to be concerned about. Thursday afternoon through Thursday evening, all modes of severe weather are going to be possible. It's with round two that we have that opportunity for those long track, those violent tornadoes, and that opportunity for the damaging winds. Time frame on all of this: 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. across northwest Alabama, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. across the I-65 corridor. That includes Giles and Lincoln counties up into southern Middle Tennessee. And then across northeast Alabama, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., Jackson, DeKalb, and Marshall County. So here's what Futurecast looks like as we head into the overnight early Thursday morning, 4 o'clock. We're talking about widespread rain and thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley. Again, some embedded gusty winds, maybe a little bit of small hail. This is going to continue in some capacity as we head to the morning commute, so you're for sure going to want to allow yourself several extra minutes as you head out the door and get to work. Traffic probably going to be slow going. This is where things get a little more interesting. By the time we get to the lunch hour, look how much we're beginning to dry out across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. Now, granted, there are some pockets of heavier rain, but between, say, 12 and 2:30, we really actually begin to dry out. The cloud cover begins to break up just a little bit. And this is going to be really important. If this solution is realized, we're going to be able to destabilize a little more, and that's going to prime our environment to be a little more conducive for the development of severe weather. But some other models in recent runs have given us a lot more rain at the lunch hour. Now, if we see more rain at the lunch hour and this drier solution doesn't necessarily play out, then that would limit our abilities to destabilize, which would be a good thing, because by the time we get to the later part of the afternoon into the evening, we're going to see this band of incredibly heavy shower and thunderstorm activity. We'll see some discrete supercells evolve out of this, and that's where we stand that chance for those damaging winds and those potentially violent tornadoes. By the time we get to the middle of the evening, now that cold front's moving through the Tennessee Valley, continues to move through by the time we get to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. We're still talking about showers and thunderstorms across Jackson, DeKalb, and Marshall counties. The later we get into the overnight and then through the first half of the day on Friday, we see some significant improvement across the Tennessee Valley, and the end of the week actually does look quite pleasant. Now, if all of that wasn't enough for you, we're also talking about a flash flood watch, 1 a.m. Thursday through 1 a.m. Friday. Why? We are talking about a lot of rain across the Tennessee Valley. Many of us 1.5, 2. Locally, we're talking about locations getting 2.5, 3, potentially 3.5 inches. So flooding is going to be a real concern through Thursday afternoon, and even as we head into Friday and potentially Saturday, depending on how much rain some locations get. With all of this in mind, I want you to have multiple ways to receive your severe weather alerts. The WZDX app is going to be a fantastic tool. As a matter of fact, I provided you with a QR code. Use this QR code real quick while I'm talking, scan it, and it sends you a link to download the WZDX app. Not only can you get your push alerts, but in the event you lose power, therefore losing your Wi-Fi, you can rely on your cell phone data to stream our severe weather coverage live. Of course, your NOAA Weather Radio is always a great tool. You can catch us on television if we need to, and then of course you can always follow us on social media as well. I'll give you a look at the 7-day forecast. 72 for your Thursday, 72 on Friday. Like I said, Friday actually looks quite pleasant. Other opportunities for rain in the forecast by the time we get to the weekend, Connor.
And like you said, always a good way to have those multiple ways to get alerts. I feel like we say that every time, but it is so important because you never know if you could lose power.
Exactly, and if you lose power, you need a backup, and then you need a backup to your backup, hence multiple ways.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Jordan.